Greetings, Uverse. Welcome to Gunverse YouTube channel. So I found my 300 blackout ammo. Last week's video was supposed to be 300 blackout. I think this calls for a new series though. I think we're going to start a Dirty 30s series where we explore the various types of 30 cal ammunition. We've got 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51 NATO, 30-06, and I think there's two others that I'm missing, but we're going to start a new series on the Dirty 30s, and we're starting at the smallest, I almost said littlest, smallest of the Dirty 30s, the 7.62 by 35. So this is a 7.62 by 35. It is 115 grain, and it is extremely similar to 7.62 by 39 if you've ever shot that. Obviously there's a little bit less powder behind this, but it's still a very effective round, good kinetic energy. It doesn't really puncture as well as say 5.56 does, but it runs very well with a short barrel. We'll talk about that later, but you can run it suppressed, you can run subsonics, and there's actually the 300 blackout market is pretty crazy actually. You can spend anywhere from $350 to like $5,000 on a 300 blackout. I personally wanted something in the middle. I'd love to have a honey badger, but I will never ever spend that much money on a firearm. So, and I also didn't want your bottom of the barrel 300 blackout. So I feel like I met myself in the middle, and I built, well, build is a loose term, but I created my own 300 blackout. So let's take a look at it. What we have here is an 11.5-inch PSA upper and a PSA lower with the pistol brace. I don't think I'll ever use that as intended, but it has to be on there. Otherwise it's an SBR, and we don't want that. So I have a Magpul hand grip, because you can't have a vertical like pistol grip on a pistol. So that would make it, again, I think that would make it an SBR. So this is the most you can have, but that's sufficient. Right now I'm just running a Tasco red dot from Walmart. It's serving its purpose quite well, and I'll probably just keep it on there because it didn't come with any iron sights. So eventually I'd like to get this suppressed, but I'm just waiting for the good people in the government to do the right thing. We got FTRs now suppressors. That would be epic. That would be the most epic year ever to get FTRs and suppressors in the same year. But anyhow, we're gonna hit the zero range, and I've got some pumpkins, some clay targets, and a giant ball of clay. So we're gonna shoot all three. We put a quick zero on it earlier, and it was pretty quick and painless. So we're gonna take it to the zero range and see how it does. So one thing I forgot to mention is I actually built this, was my home defense build. The 11.5-inch barrel is more for say like 200 and under. I mean, it might still reach out to 300, but it's more for up close and personal. So a few mods I'd like to do to it is I'd like to get a light and maybe a light laser combo. But other than that, it's pretty much perfect the way it is. So I just forgot to mention that and wanted to add. So I'm going to shoot the 3 clay targets. after I took my glasses off, I hit every one. Let's go. We're clear. Let's go check the pumpkin out. Yeah, looks like we got a couple that went through the same hole. And yeah, we got spaghetti squash out back. Pretty typical. So 300 blackout is a good size if you ask me. The grain, it still has enough weight to have good kinetic energy, but it I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it's just a smooth, easy round to shoot, and it's very predictable. So the 300 blackout is the closest NATO has to an AK-47 round. When I finally get an SKS, we'll do the comparison between 7.62 by 35 and 7.62 by 39. As for right now, though, we're going to do the ballistic test. I've got 40 or 50 pounds of clay set up. It's about 8 or 10 inches thick. So we're going to put a few rounds through the clay and see what it looks like. All right, we're clear. Let's go look at the clay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey, where'd the other piece go? Man, that was like 50 bucks. Where's the rest of it? So, as you can tell, if that was like, a head or something, that'd be awfully devastating. That's what I was trying to explain before. It's a really good round. It's pretty smooth shooting, but it's still very powerful for what it is. So we'll learn more about it in depth when we do the comparison to 7.62 by 39. Look at that. Yeah. That's pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to mold this clay back together and shoot it one more time. All right, we're going to put a few more rounds into the clay. I'm going to shoot those 2 clay pigeons too. Darn it. I'm going to shoot the pumpkin now. All right, we're clear. Let's go check out that clay. Oh, the other part is back here. Wow, look at that. I think it came in this way and blew out the back. That's pretty impressive, I think. I'm going to spend hours picking stuff out of this clay now. The things I do for you guys. All right, I think it's time to put the clay away. I'm going to set up a few more clay pigeons and do one more round. All right, last one of the day, folks. All right, so let's check out the final damage. Oh yeah, that thing's very, very Swiss cheesed. I'd say we did pretty good on the old pumpkin today. So thank you for joining us, folks. Just a quick reminder on the stuff we have going on in the channel. Tomorrow, the question to everyone's answer is coming back to my possession. Everyone likes pistol caliber carbines, but they're super expensive. So I have the solution to that. We're going to check it out hopefully tomorrow. We still have to zero the AR for the AR-15 versus AK-74. The AK-74 is all dialed in. We just got to dial in the AR. Hopefully I'll be able to get to it this weekend. If not, next week. And what else do we have? We have a episode of hand cannons coming up, and there's something else I'm forgetting, but you get the picture. Stay tuned. We got some cool stuff coming up. And subscribe, like, hype it up, share with your mother, your brother, whoever. Just share with somebody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, and God bless.